Welcome to Caleb Clemens' guitar course, where you'll embark on a musical journey guided by Caleb's expertise. This course is designed to help you initiate your exploration of playing the guitar, providing insights based on Caleb's unique understanding and experiences in the world of guitar playing. The guitar is a versatile instrument with various chord shapes and playing techniques. While this course introduces foundational concepts, remember that there are alternative methods and shapes to discover as you progress in your guitar playing adventure. We hope this course offers valuable guidance and support as you learn to play the guitar. Recognize that individual progress may differ, and feel free to explore additional resources for a comprehensive understanding of the instrument. By participating in this course, you acknowledge the uniqueness of your musical journey. Enjoy the learning process, embrace experimentation, and most importantly, have fun creating music with Caleb Clemens as your guide.
Welcome to this course, this beginner course of guitar. I want to show you how to start playing guitar, whether you are a beginner or you've been in music for this long, playing keys, playing bass, and you want to transition stuff over, but you don't understand. I want to help you today, and I'm praying that this helps you. So stick with me till the end of this course. I promise that you will get something out of this. If you have an electric guitar, make sure that you have a 1/4 inch. Make sure that it's plugged in on the, it's usually like on the bottom. Make sure you have an amp. But if you don't have anything and you just have the guitar, that's fine too. These are the tuning pegs. The guitar has 6 strings. A traditional guitar has 6 strings. I'm tuned natural. So I'm going to start from the thickest string all the way down. So this first string, it will be E. A is the next string. Next string is D. Next is G. Next is B. Next is E. So you want to make sure that you're tuned, but if you don't have a pedal board, you can always get a little tuner that you can put on the top of your headstock. So make sure that you have a pick. There are different kinds of picks that you can get. There are some that are thin, there are some that are thick. I recommend if you're a beginner, get something that's thin. But if you want to take on the world, you can get something that is a medium sized. Real quick, let's talk about our strumming pattern and the way that you're holding your guitar. So you want to be resting your arm kind of on the top right here. And so when you strum, you want to keep your wrists loose when you strum down. It's not like a full arm movement, even though your arm may move just a little bit. This is one of the strumming patterns, is just strumming down. There's different strumming patterns, but one is just going straight down, one is going down, up, down, up, down, up. Hand loose. You don't want to. That means if you're doing it like this, that means you're doing it too hard. You want to keep it like an even flow. I also want to emphasize that these 2 strings are going to be like the foundation of most of our chord making. This thickest string and the second thickest string are what we're going to build most of our chords off of. We're going to be in the key of G. So if you look at your fretboard, this is the fretboard. If you look at the fretboard, I'll show some notes on the screen. This is going to be G. Here's the G scale. Every one of these notes on the fretboard has its own scale. So here is the scale of G. Many times you may have heard that in school. The do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. T, do, or T, do. So as I'm hitting the note, I am plucking with my pick, going down. Each one of these notes of this scale also has a number that is assigned to it. So this would be 1, 2, 3, skip to the next string, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So now, if we want to go further into what we're playing, if we're in the key of G, I'm going to show you some chords. These are called open chords. I'm going to show you some open chords to where if you're playing worship music or you're playing a song, these chords are the most used chords over and over again in different songs. So this is a G chord. This is the G chord. This would also be called the 1. My middle finger is on the G. My first finger is on the 3 or the B. And my ring finger and my pinky finger are on the same fret as the G, but way over here. The D and the G. That's the first open chord. The next open chord, I'm going to take these 2 fingers and I'm going to move them over one string. I'm keeping everything else where it is, but I'm moving these over to this string and I'm strumming down with my right hand. Leave this E out. This, you don't want to hear that. So whenever you're playing, you want to make sure that you're hitting the notes right in between the fret. Where you see these metal bars, you want to be in between each one of them so you don't hear any buzzing. If you hear buzzing, that means you're not pressing down enough and it's not in the middle. Make sure you're holding your pick like this. And it's just a soft strum down, open chord. This is a C chord. It's a little fancy. It's a little fancy C, but it's an easy way to play. And then there's an E minor chord, or the 6. But we're going to play it right here. So if you look on the screen. So I'm putting my middle finger on the B. And then my ring finger is right on the string right next to it. So you want to strum all the strings down as long as your fingers are right there. That's the E minor. So far we've learned 1, 4, or the C, E minor. And then And let's look at the 5 chord. What I do is I take my one finger and put it on top of these, all 3 of these last strings. And I take my ring finger and go in front of it and put it right there in the middle. Make sure you hear that note. So I'm covering that. Here we go. And I'm strumming the D all the way down. None of my other fingers are doing anything, just these 2. And while you're there, check where your thumb is. Your thumb should be resting on the back of your neck while you play. So it's not hanging around or trying to, you're supporting. Go back to the 1. So what have we learned? The 1 open chord, 4, 6, 5, and then I'm going to show you a 2 chord. So an easy way to remember where the 2 chord is find your E minor with those your 2 fingers where they are. Ba, 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 ba. Take these same 2 fingers, slide it over 2 strings so you're playing, and then take your index finger. You want to put it up here on this note. From the A all the way down. Not this E, but so I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to play all the chords and make sure you're right. C or the 4. E minor or the 6. Let's go to that 2. So slide those 2 fingers over. Index where it is. And then that 5. And then back to the 1. Okay, so you may be saying, okay, I know these chords. Okay, but how do I shift these if there's a song in another key? There are songs that are not going to be in the key of G. But you can take these same chord shapes and play in another key. Okay? So you will need a capo. That is what a capo is for. So let's say that the key is not in G. The key of the song is going to be A. So it's going to be a whole step above. So what do? We take this capo, we take the long part of it, and we find our key. We find the key of the song, and then we go down 3. Find the key, then go down 3. So here's the key. 1, 2, 3 spaces to this fret. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this capo, I'm going to open it, I'm going to put it all right there on that fret. And so I'm going to play a G shape that we already learned. And it doesn't sound bad. You can play the same shapes that we just learned in this new key. The same shapes. So what if the song isn't in A? What if it's in B? Where is B? According to what we did earlier, in the key of G, 1, G, 2, A, 3 is B. This is B right here. So there's a song in B that we don't know. So we find our key and then what? Go down 3. 1, 2, 3. So memorize where it is. It's right here. We play those same chord shapes. Okay? Okay, so let's talk more about the number system. Let's go back to the key of G where we were before. Let's review what is the scale. G, A, B, C, D, E. F sharp is here. 1, 7, 1. Okay? So if we talk about the number system, remember, each one of these notes has a number. So G is 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So as you see, if I'm on the biggest string, okay, if I'm on the biggest string, whenever I do this pattern, so whenever I do this pattern, the pattern is going to be the same on this big string. So 1, skip this fret, 2, skip this fret, 3, and then we go to the next string over. This is 4, skip 5, 6, down 7, 1. So if we went up a half step and we're not in G anymore, and we go up to A flat, this will be 1, skip 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So let's go back to G. We play this one chord, okay? Each one of these notes, each one of the notes in the scale has a corresponding chord to it. So this is the 1. So what is the chord for this? This is the 2. Uh-oh. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 1. This is for the key of G. 1. 2. What I'm doing for that 2, that minor, is I'm barring. What's called barring is I take my first index finger, I press down all these notes, all the ones all the way to 2. So all that is gonna sound weird, but I bar all these notes, and then I take my ring finger, and I'm playing this note right here. I'm taking the same shape for this 2 and sliding it up to the 3. Okay, so scale 1, 2, 3. Skip string 4. What's the 4? So it's kind of the same thing with my first finger. I'm playing all these notes, But I'm taking my ring finger, I'm going up 2 frets right here, kind of look like a Ninja Turtle, and I'm playing these 3 notes. If you want to get a little spicy, you add that last note. But this is the 4, slide it up, 5, remember where we play 5, same, that's the 5 chord, okay? So what's the 6? Watch this. There we go. So same thing, my fingers doing all these, taking my middle finger, playing this note on that second thinnest string, then taking ring finger, putting it right here. It's like a string over. So playing that. And here we go with this 7. I believe this is a minor 9. Middle finger. Ring finger. You skip this string. You're playing this note. And then pinky. And then the last strings are open. Kind of jazzy. And then back to the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now here's the problem. If you don't have your capo and you don't want to play in G, this G chord is not going to help you if you are playing in A. This G shape is not going to help you if you're playing in A. Okay, let's try it. You're playing in G, okay, and they say, actually, okay, the next song is in A. Okay, you try to use the same chord shape. That's not gonna work. Okay, this A shape, this isn't an A shape. Okay, so what do we have to do? Let's go back to G, and let's figure out for this thick string a shape that is going to be able to be used all over this thick string for the 1. Okay, or for the major chord, the major 1, and that is this chord. This chord is very thick to try and do, but it works. So I'm barring all with my middle finger. I'm taking my ring finger and my pinky, playing these 2 notes on the 2 next strings, and then my middle finger is right there in the middle on that string after that. Strumming down. That's the 1. So if I want to do the same 1 and we're in A, I can do that, and it's gonna work. Okay, but what about the chords that we did? So remember, if we're in A, what's the scale? Use that same format. Okay, so 1, 2, you got the same shapes. Okay, and this is the one that's a little different, because if I leave this last string open, get your index finger, put it on that note right there, It's a little hard to do. And then go back to that one.
Thank you for completing Caleb Clemens' guitar course. This is just the beginning of your musical odyssey. Stay tuned, as there will be more exciting lessons and insights to come. Keep practicing, stay inspired, and watch out for future updates as we continue this journey together. Your commitment to learning and playing the guitar is truly commendable, and we look forward to sharing more with you in the next chapters of this musical adventure. Until then, keep strumming and enjoy the wonderful world of music.